And now we move on to item 13, proposal for the celebration of the 20th anniversary of the Convention in 2023. ADG, the floor is yours to present this item to us.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. We don't have, I have to translate it in English. Thank you. We don't have French anymore? Okay. Okay, because it's in Spanish, so I have to translate it at the same time. Sorry. Donc, merci Madame la Présidente. L'année 2023, comme vous savez, est le 20e anniversaire de l'adoption de la Convention de 2003, ce qui suppose un point important d'inflexion dans la vie de cette Convention. La célébration sera une excellente opportunité pour que les parties intéressées puissent faire un bilan des objectifs. The celebration will provide an excellent opportunity for the stakeholders to take stock of the past achievement and to reflect on the future direction. It will also be a chance to further raise awareness of the significance of living heritage. The Secretariat's plan is the following: a global campaign throughout the year 2023 to celebrate the anniversary with a series of activities to showcase the diversity and richness of living heritage. It is also proposed that anniversary celebration concentrates on the change that the implementation of the 2003 Convention has brought about for the safeguarding of living heritage at the local, national and international level. At the same time, state parties may be encouraged to organize national and community-level events and activities to promote objectives of the 2003 Convention. In this regard, the working documents propose three main objectives as guidelines so as to frame the celebration. As you understand, it's only a big picture of what we can do. Many of you participate, all of you have been participating in what was proposed for the 72 Convention, so it's more a global decision so that then up to next year we can start the celebration and to find the best way to ensure that, as you mentioned during this 3-day, living heritage become part of public policies in all our countries and has the visibility that we all want for this beautiful convention. Thank you so much, Madam Chairperson. I give you back the floor.
Thank you, ADG. I, for one, look eagerly forward to celebrating the achievements of the convention. Are there any states that wish to take the floor? Please remember the time limit. Indonesia, then Philippines.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, Indonesia would like to congratulate you on the effective running of the sessions over the past 3 days. Indonesia would like to express our keen interest to be part of the celebrations of the 20th anniversary of the 2003 Conventions next year. As a home of currently more than 11,000 elements of the intangible cultural heritage and more than 1,500 intangible cultural heritage registers at the national level, it is of particular importance for Indonesia to incorporate our rich and diverse living heritage as the mainstream of the creativity to the accomplishment of the SDGs. This is very much in line with the current Indonesia G20 Culture Presidency theme, Culture for Sustainable Living. Indonesia Presidency is crafting a value propositions for culture as a foundation to be a more resilient and sustainable social, economic, and environmental futures. By being a part of the celebrations of the 20th anniversary of the conventions, Indonesia would also like to be a part of the global effort on how the ICH in sustainable development best to be understood so that its contributions can be recognized and fully realized inclusively. We believe that by identifying the linkages between the different clusters of the ICH and its corresponding SDGs would raise awareness on the impact of the ICH and the work toward achieving SDGs. We are ready in this regard to collaborate with the Secretariat, state parties, and other stakeholders to join the celebrations of the 20th anniversary of the 2003 Convention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Indonesia. And Philippines, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Philippines offers its advance felicitations on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of the Convention for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage. 2 decades after its adoption, the Convention has almost reached universal ratification with a total of 180 states parties. The Philippines encourages other member states to ratify the Convention, which has firmly established the safeguarding of intangible cultural heritage at the international level and has become a key reference for the Philippines and other states parties in formulating public policies, recognizing the central role of the communities, groups, and individuals concerned. The Philippines shall take part in this momentous occasion by organizing national and community-level events and activities to promote the objectives of the 2003 Convention through the translation of the Convention into local languages, capacity-building support, spreading digital methodologies for safeguarding, and balancing economic development with heritage protection, and activities which highlight the importance of the consent in decisions concerning communities and their heritage, among others. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Brazil, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The Convention for the Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage is one of the most remarkable achievements for all state parties of UNESCO family. Brazil is proud to have played an active part in these first negotiations that gave rise to the Convention for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage. At the national level, next year we will celebrate the 23rd anniversary of our national program for the safeguarding of intangible heritage. This reflects a historical awareness of Brazilian society regarding living heritage. Once is this myriad of cultural traditions and manifestations that confers unity and identity to our multi-ethnic society. As an example of actions to enhance the Brazilian cultural heritage, last week our Institute of National Historic and Artistic Heritage just signed a technical cooperation agreement with the Brazilian Agency for the International Promoting of Tourism, aiming at the promotion and dissemination of Brazilian cultural elements inscribed on the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity and on the World Heritage List, which will greatly contribute to the various dimensions of sustainability of the communities and social groups related, resulting in the strengthening of action to safeguard these cultural elements. Our strategy for promoting intangible heritage echoes to a large extent the Secretariat's suggestions for celebrating 20 years of the Convention. We are actively working with awareness-raising campaigns and the integration of our cultural manifestations into their virtual world. In this perspective, we consider youth and indigenous populations as professional publics for our campaigns. Finishes, for all these reasons, we are welcome and fully support the Secretariat initiative to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Convention in 2003. Brazil will be pleased to contribute with our expertise to celebration both at national or international events. You can count on us. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And Republic of Korea, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, I would like to express sincere gratitude to the Secretariat for organizing this important meeting, and also appreciate the outstanding work of working group chaired by distinguished Ambassador Oike for the revision of the operative directives. As we are already aware of, 180 countries have joined the convention to date, and it is encouraging to see each state party's commitment to the implementation of the convention, especially the safeguarding measures which range from making inventories to applying the legal framework. Regarding the 20th anniversary of the convention, the Korean government is planning to organize a special forum under the theme of reflection on the 20-year history of the 2003 convention. This forum is an annual event called World Forum for Intangible Cultural Heritage, jointly hosted by ROK National Intangible Heritage Center and ICHCAP. The forum will invite various stakeholders, such as transmitting communities, practitioners, researchers, experts, and policymakers to share the achievements and implications of the convention and discuss the direction forward. Last but not least, our delegation would like to congratulate all the newly elected committee member states on their election as committee member and hope to closely cooperate with other members for the implementation of this convention. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Latvia, you have the floor.
Latvia is looking forward to a fruitful celebration year of the 20th anniversary of Convention in 2023 and to implementing the Convention for the future of intangible cultural heritage around the world. We express our appreciation of all the work carried out in planning the celebration at the international level. We especially welcome the idea of global awareness-raising campaign and the mobilization of youth. We have the joy to announce that the anniversary of this convention coincides with the 150th anniversary of the Latvian Song and Dance Celebration, which is part of the multinational element of the Baltic Song and Dance Celebration inscribed in UNESCO's representative list. You are warmly welcome to visit Latvia from June 30th to July 9th and experience a living song and dance heritage which still plays an important role in the Latvian national identity. Latvia supports the idea of publishing a list of celebratory events and activities on the website of Living Heritage Entity and will be pleased to provide the information needed along with the proposal for Latvian Song and Dance Celebration to be part of the list of celebratory events. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. China, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't want to miss this opportunity to express our gratitude to this very important framework 2003 convention, and we want to say so much we have achieved in the past 20 years, and China has benefited a lot from implementing this convention to safeguard our intangible cultural heritage. And we want to join everybody on this very important occasion to celebrate at various levels. Thank you.
Thank you. Mongolia, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mongolia welcomes the Secretariat's initiative to celebrate the anniversary of the convention, and we are also giving importance to the celebration and plan to celebrate it at national and regional level. We wish to organize the opening of the year and closing of the anniversary during the 80th session of the Intergovernmental Committee meeting. Also, we would like to ask the question from the Secretariat concerning the possibility of declaring International Year of the ICH, particularly promoting the traditional knowledge by UN. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. The next speakers are Syria and Barbados, and I take it that these are our two last speakers before we go on to the decision. Syria, you have the floor.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Je tenais avant tout à vous remercier infiniment pour l'excellence de votre gestion de nos travaux. Je remercie aussi la DG Culture, l'ensemble de l'équipe de la Convention, du secrétariat de la Convention 2003 pour ce travail acharné. Je remercie aussi le Président, Monsieur le Président, Son Excellence l'ambassadeur du Japon pour sa présidence du groupe de travail, ainsi que l'ensemble des États parties qui ont participé à ce travail et l'ensemble aussi des délégations officielles présentes. On termine nos travaux avec beaucoup d'espoir que l'année prochaine, la date anniversaire de la Convention va être pour nous tous un moment extraordinaire pour célébrer les réalisations qui sont faites par nos communautés locales et par les détenteurs et les praticiens de l'ensemble de ce patrimoine vivant et l'ensemble des traditions culturelles de nos pays. Alors, la République arabe syrienne, mon pays, a l'honneur d'annoncer qu'il s'engage pour l'année 2023 à célébrer tout au long de l'année des activités pour la célébration. Nous souhaitons la célébration de ce 20e anniversaire. Nous souhaitons être partenaires avec le secrétariat de la Convention 2003 et l'UNESCO et le secteur culture dans ces célébrations, ainsi que tout État membre qui souhaite sur le plan régional s'associer à nous pour célébrer cet événement majeur. Et nous demandons à ce que cette annonce soit officielle et intégrée dans les documents officiels de l'Assemblée générale. Merci, Madame la Présidente.
Merci. Barbados, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. We are happy to join our colleagues in celebrating the 20 years of this convention next year. We also recognize that we ourselves, this is 15 years next year, would also be 15 years since Barbados would have signed on to the convention. So we have double reason to celebrate. We also recognize that we continue to face significant vulnerabilities in our region, and we have been significantly inspired by Haiti's movement throughout this session in terms of their resilience in using their jamu soup. And therefore, we recognize that, alignment and the ability to use the convention and to use intangible cultural heritage as a mode of resilience is absolutely important to us. And therefore, we will continue to align the convention with other significant movements, and in so doing, we recognize that SDG 13, which speaks to climate action, is important to us in the region in terms of our vulnerabilities, and therefore we intend to continue to use in our celebrations ICH as a mode of resilience against climate, for climate action, positive climate action. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Kuwait, you have the floor. And this has to be the last speaker because I am leaving at 6:30 for another commitment.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That's why because you're leaving, I'll take this opportunity to take the floor for the last time. السيدة الرئيسة للدورة التاسعة للجمعية العامة للدول الأطراف في الاتفاقية بشأن صور التراث الثقافي غير المادي. There's no translator, so I'll switch in English, instant translation. Madam Chairperson, Mr. ADG, dear friends, ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a happy day for Kuwait. Today we have our first NGO to be accredited. So this is, a reason for us to celebration. And thanks to everyone back home to make this accomplished and make it reality. Since this session of the General Assembly is the last one for Kuwait as our 4-year terms as a member of the ICH committee comes to an end this year. I would like to thank each and everyone I had the pleasure and honor to work with during these years for their efforts and quality decisions in favor of safeguarding the intangible heritage we are leaving to the future generations. As for my country, Kuwait has been fully engaged in the work of the committee, always focusing on results and effectiveness by searching and finding solutions with diplomacy. I must admit that the coordination skills and the professionalism of my colleagues, members of the committee, made the job and the effectiveness of teamwork and this had positive impact on the results. During its 4-year terms, Kuwait was entirely involved in its mission. We actively participated in open-ended working groups and worked on maintaining the integrity of ICH Convention and the evaluation body. It's true that we are leaving the committee, but still we will remain committed to the 2003 Convention and its noble mission and mandate. Finally, I wish the committee and the next General Assembly all the best. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And Burkina Faso, you have the floor.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Et le Burkina Faso salue donc la célébration à venir du 20e anniversaire de la Convention et voudrait surtout, en tant que membre nouvellement élu, remercier tous les États et partis, notamment, qui ont soutenu la candidature du Burkina, à commencer donc par le groupe électoral 5A, la sous-région ouest africaine, et également par ma voix, le Burkina voudrait assurer par cette élection, entend en tout cas partager son expérience et surtout recevoir du reste du monde en droite ligne donc, de la promotion et de la mise en œuvre des dispositions de la Convention de 2003. Le Burkina félicite aussi les États et partis sortants et voudrait en tout cas pouvoir bénéficier de leur expérience, notamment à travers les groupes de travail à composition non limitée. Je voudrais par la suite, enfin, remercier le secrétariat donc, et son équipe et remercier également la DG pour l'accompagnement et la disponibilité, et notamment dans le processus électoral. Je vous remercie.
Thank you. And now let us move on to the decision. Please refer to the draft resolution in document 13, which is on screen. I would like to suggest that we adopt it as a whole. May I ask the Assembly to adopt Resolution 9.GA13 as shown on the screen? Seeing no objections, I therefore declare Resolution 9.GA13 adopted. Yes.